They are indeed playing. Welcome to the Grand Finals for Wii Bear B-airs 150. Starting off in Smashville, it is Diddy and Corrin. I mean, Juice playing Corrin all the way through. Very surprising considering how potent we know his ZSS to be, but definitely wants to improve his Corrin game. And well, who are we to disrespect that? Not sure if anyone's going to hop on commentary with me, but we should definitely check that out. As we are getting started, Uno and Juice definitely going to be a faster-paced matchup than the last two that we saw. I would think. And Uno earning his way here. It is his first grand final at a Wii Bear B-air since Wii Bear B-air 134. That was over 3 months ago. And it was in that grand final that he lost to Spiro. It was Red Burpo taking third place. Kind of cool stuff. But yeah, losing to Spiro. It was one of those Wii Bear B-airs where wound up going to pools and fun stuff. Fun stuff. In that bracket, he wound up coming out of the winners bracket, beating Spiro in winners final, and then wound up losing to Spiro 3-2 and then 3-1 in that set. But it is Uno who will go down 1-0 out of the loser's side. Juice takes the lead. Now, obviously, he's the number 1 in Philadelphia, and Uno just trying to get his way back in to the Philly PR. Excuse me. Just we got some stuff going on here. Trying to get his way back into the PR, and obviously Juice trying to maintain his spot at number 1. As we get set here for Game 2 here at Town and City. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here at twitch.tv/bros_Calamity for this Grand Finals action in the singles bracket of Wii Bear B-airs 150. This is the 150th weekly tournament. Can we tell Redeemer Z to PayPal you $10? You know what? We totally can. We absolutely can. I'm not sure if we told Deli and Clam Hat to do that, but we certainly can try that for you. Why? Gonz is my boy. Come on, man. All right, man. All right, Summer Haze. I can't do anything for you, Gonz, because Summer Haze said so. That's nicest smasher in Philly, everyone. Good stuff in neutral. Relatively even matchup thus far. Looking for, I mean, again, how much has Uno been banking on that back air? He's gotten so much mileage out of that. Good stuff on the down tilt, excuse me. Giving himself a little bit of space. Has the advantage in terms of damage, but for how long? The pin will indeed knock him out. He owes him $10. I mean, dude, hey, I'm with you. I am with you, Gonz. Believe me. But right now, priorities are priorities, and that banana into forward air, not going to take it. He gets back onto the platforms, makes it back to neutral, but the up smash, yeah, that'll certainly do it. 167 TNC, yeah, you're probably dead. But it's Uno who will have to win 3 games just to reset the bracket. It's been a long time since he was in a grand final. Again, hasn't been since 134. That was 16 tournaments ago. That was 4 months ago. That was May 4th that happened. There's no that happened on Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Yeah, I know. And lo and behold, the day that we announced the Empire Splats back is the day that he makes his grand finals again. So definitely a Star Wars motif that we've got going on with Uno. He's trying to find a new hope here as he needs to win 3 games in order to reset the bracket. Spacing himself out pretty well. Juice trying to make these pretty hard reads. Again, relatively even matchup thus far. Looking for that kill off the top. Sour spotted at 94. Again, I mean, Juice playing so methodically. We're so used to seeing his aggressive play as ZSS, but very much more calculated, very much more methodical as Corrin. And frankly, it's an interesting change of pace. I'd say it's a good change of pace. Needs to learn that he can't just cheese stocks all the time. Oh, looking for that neutral B to confirm the kill. Not quite finding it. Uno barely makes the recovery on the other side of the stage, but it's not enough to avoid the up air. And just like that, Juice is one game away from winning this 150th edition of Wii Bear Bears singles bracket. Looking for the double in both singles and doubles. He is one game away, but it is Uno's counter pick. Where's he going to go? Now, Uno had quite the journey to get here. He wound up taking out quite a few people along his way. The upset on Travesty, the man who unseated him in the bracket, in the Philly PR, excuse me. It was Travesty losing to Uno 2-1. And then Spiro, the number 3 in Philadelphia, going down to Uno 2-1 as well. Took out your boy SP 2-0 in semifinals, and then that's when he ran into Juice the first time. Took him to 5 games, but ultimately losing 3-2. So Uno, quite the journey to get here. But has he just run out of gas? That is the question. Right now, it's a relatively even going into Game 3 at Town and City, but, I mean, Juice doing everything right. I mean, he's getting caught here and there, but it's nothing fatal. Just like that. Oh, good use of the back air. Again, that seems to be Uno's bread and butter right now. It's a good little surprise maneuver to swing the momentum back to his favor. And he's been using it to tremendous effect thus far. Looking for that up smash, not quite finding it, and Juice's punish game. I mean, you thought it was good as ZSS. It's just as good with Corrin. Showing a very mature side of his game. A lot of patience, a lot of good sound technical play. And he is down 1 stock, but there's nothing that a well-timed smash can't take care of. That throw is not going to do it quite yet. He is sitting at 150. Yeah, no, that on the platform. And the taunt by Juice, who is 1 stock away from a tournament victory here. And again, good preparation for Summer Jam 12, perhaps. Happening over in Cherry Hill. Big tournament that we're hosting the Smash portion for. Arms and Pokken as well. Fun stuff. Looking for that forward air, not finding it. Uno just trying to pile on whatever damage he possibly can. Very close to making this a game, at least. Making this a set. But he'll need to reverse 3-0, the number 1 in Philadelphia, in order to reset this bracket. Odds certainly not in his favor, but certainly can't count Uno out of anything. Proven that thus far tonight. He's come back from adversity, man, who knows how many times. In fact, just getting here was ridiculous. He had 1 stock take to win himself a game that was a little ridiculous, not going to lie, especially with the use of the barrels. Wound up kamikazing both him and his opponent. That was to close out the set. Oh, looking for that up air to confirm the kill. Jumps out of it, does Juice. There's no jumping out of that. It is Uno. This is a set now. All of a sudden, he's only down 2-1. So just like that, Uno. It's Juice's counter pick, though, so it's a question of where Juice decides to go here. Still don't have anyone on commentary, but folks, certainly, I guess it's just on me to thank you for joining us here. Wii Bear Bears 150 here at twitch.tv/bros_calamity if you're watching the VODs. And if you're watching live, man, hey, certainly thank you for joining us. You can watch it later on at youtube.com/broscalamity. Game 4, we're going right back to Town and City. Hey, we can't really call it much of anything yet. It's this game ain't over until it's over, and right now, the damage being piled on very quickly, taking 47% in the first 30 seconds of this match. Uno playing that stick and move style that we know Diddy Kong is so capable of. That monkey flip. Good grab and kick out. Good stuff by Uno. And right now, Juice just having no real answer for it. Piled him up to 95%, but then again, it is CorrinF Rage. It's nothing to be toyed with. That back air, sending him, giving him just a little bit of space. Really, that's been such a big part of his offense, is that back air. Shields the neutral B. The awareness of Uno. Been on point thus far. He's going to get the kill off the top at 136. He's one stock away from tying this bad boy up. But the #1 in Philadelphia might have something to say about that. He's sitting at 79%. Definitely some kill options. Like that, the neutral B, he gets caught with it in midair, and the pin for the kill. And he's one stock away, is Juice. But Uno, these two are taking each other to another level. I mean, we're used to seeing that Juice and 6WX really taking each other to their limits. But it's Uno in the place of his brother in this grand final. A reverse from last week where we saw 6WX grand finals of Wii Bear B-airs 149 coming out of the winner's bracket, and that was Juice taking it back from the loser's side to take the tournament. First set being a oh no, it was Juice in winner's final, excuse me. And 6WX losing in grand finals 3-1. If Uno can exact his revenge, if he gets a win here, he'll have one more win in grand finals than his brother did last week, and that's something to brag about, I'd say. The up throw, sour spot in the up air. Juice has been so good about getting out of those up airs thus far. It's the second set that they're playing thus far. Juice found his way into grand finals after beating Uno 3-2. Uno will have to get himself to another 5th game. The 10th match thus far. It will indeed happen, and it is Uno who just tied this thing up at 2 apiece. So this will be the 10th game between these two thus far. Uno is 1 game away from a reverse 3-0 to reset the bracket, and from there he will have to win 3 more whole games. It's not impossible, but man, oh man, Uno, his play thus far, it's something else. Right back to Town and City for Game 5. I do have to respect Juice's restraint. He is going only Corrin in this whole tournament. You don't see that often. I mean, he's always been that one to say, oh, I'm just going to play Corrin up until winners finals. And he did say Corrin up until winners. But we're in grands, and he hasn't touched ZSS yet. Absolutely great stuff from Uno thus far, though. And definitely a worthy test for the #1 in Philadelphia, the young Juice. Right back into neutral, immediately into shield. Smart move. Looking for that pin, not finding it was Juice. But man, Uno is caught on so many of these monkey flips. Connected on them, excuse me. Caught, connected. Rose by any other name is just as sweet, I suppose, and nonetheless, a stock, any sort of stock would be just as sweet for Uno right about now. Juice is sitting at 89%. Definitely some kill potential, like on that up smash, not quite getting it at 114. Is going to get it at 124. And again, that low ceiling of Town and City coming into play. We are 1 stock away from seeing something special happen. Uno looking to play his way back into Philly PR. Lost his spot to Travesty, his number 10 spot. He wound up beating Travesty in bracket earlier on in this tournament. He will get killed off the top at 159. Juice again, one stock away. For the third game in the row, he takes Uno to the tournament stock. But it was Uno that wound up beating Travesty earlier on in this tournament by a score of 2-1. From there, he took out the number 3 in Philadelphia, Spiro, 2-1. Took out SP 2-0 in semis and then dropped to Juice 3-2 in winners. He was one game away from having this be a 2-2 with him on winner's side. But nonetheless, he has him at 78%, 87% now. This is doable for him. The clearance point is in sight. He is one stock away from resetting this bad boy. And he is in shield, sitting there. Oh, he gets grabbed out of it. Good movement option with the monkey flip. And again, using that back air. Juice has not downloaded that yet. Has a hard time negotiating this thing. He needs a kill and fast, does Juice, if he wants to prevent a wild comeback from happening. Making Juice respect every single option that Uno has at his disposal. Oh no, right into the sword of Corrin goes Uno. And, oh, he rolls into the tipper. Good read by Juice. Oh, just barely misses getting pinned. That could have been it off the side at 103. But it's Juice sitting at 120. The pummel into the throw. Will that do it? Not quite. Uno is still alive. And just like the, oh, but he's grabbed. And the throw off the top, that's going to do it. Juice fends off a ferocious comeback by Uno, and he is your champion of Wii Bear Bears 150. What an amazing set. Good stuff by both players. Uno, he had it in his sights, and he took Juice to 5 games, both sets, but ultimately it is the number 1 in Philadelphia pulling it out and winning for the second week in a row. Good stuff by Juice. That is amazing preparation for him. Amazing preparation for him for Summer Jam 12. Got the Philly PR coming out in full force for Summer Jam in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. But what a win for him. Congratulations to Juice.